So now I'm over 30. That means, dun dun dun, I'm expired. Or at least that's what the men keep telling me in my comments. So a lot of women might think, oh no, I actually don't think a lot of women think that. However, they think that we think that. They think we are absolutely devastated by men not wanting us anymore.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some clips of women talking about how they're perfectly fine to live alone and be single for the rest of their lives. If you want to get a look inside the mind of a modern woman, stick around. Let's get into the mess.
To my girlies in their 30s, time isn't running out. It's not. Feels like it is. If you look at social media, oh my God, you're running out of time. It's not. It's not. Other people will make you feel like you're running out of time because they want everyone to do what they're doing so they feel better about their choices. There's no race, like there's no checkered flag at the end of life where they're like, she did it all. Extra stars for when you're dead. Your 30s, travel. Tell people how you really feel. Don't lie to your therapist. And be okay to not be okay. And be okay with missing out because staying in is more fun.
First things first, when it comes to how people should be living their lives, celebrities and very wealthy people are often the last people I want to hear from, because more often than not, they live in a completely different world when compared to the rest of us. That said, I will agree with the whole thing about not living your life based on other people's expectations. But when she talks about not running out of time, what did she mean? While I have an idea of what she was going on about, I decided to hop into the comments section to see what was being said.
Turning 36 in 2 weeks and starting to feel this. Still waiting for the one and children.
Thank you. I'm 35 and be feeling like the clock is ticking.
I needed this. I'm 32 and I've literally cried all day. No exaggeration because I haven't had a baby yet.
For the most part, women seem to be commenting on how they feel like they're running out of time when it comes to starting a family. And if that's the case, I disagree with the whole not running out of time thing. Unfortunately, women do have a biological clock, so they have a limited time in which they can have children. While not every woman wants to have kids or a family, some women come to regret that decision later on. I'm not a woman, but as a guy, I'd say I enjoyed the single life quite a bit. But for me, after a while, it got pretty stale, and coming back to an empty home always felt cold, and I can only imagine how I would have felt in my 50s, when all my friends had moved on with their lives, and I'm no longer able to just pick up the phone, make a call, and hang out. Not that anybody's asking me, but I think young women should really think about what they want for their lives, because you don't want to get to a point in which the ability to start a family is taken away from you before realizing that it's what you wanted all along. And while guys aren't living on as strict a time constraint as women when it comes to starting a family, I'd give them the same advice. Life happens quickly, and before you know it, everything around you will change, and being free and single may not be as appealing as it once was.
Oh my God, hi everyone. Hi to all of y'all that are 38, not married, no kids, live alone with your dog or your cat. That is Georgie, that's our guy. I am just so blown away right now by the way that TikTok was able to find our community and bring us all together. There's over 1,000 comments on my post of women that are in the exact same spot. Not married, no kids, live alone, just being a badass, doing it on your own. Oh, it's so bright out here. I'm genuinely just so overwhelmed by all the love and the support in the comments. Who knew that there was this many of us? We're so underrepresented in media, in social media. We get made fun of childless cat ladies, yeah, what's wrong with that? One of the crazier things about this is that y'all brought me over the 50,000 followers mark. And that is so fucking cool. Not because of the number, the fact that it was this video, this group that brought me over that 50,000. I don't know. I just think it's I don't know. It's just really cool. I was thinking about doing one of those get to know me things just because I don't know what else to do, or if y'all have any questions, let me know. I'm actually feeling a little shy. I don't even know what to say. Love
The thing is, while having those followers might feel good, those people are not her friends and won't be there for her if things in her life take a left turn. I can't remember who it was, but there was a YouTuber, I think, who had quite a big following, and when they were going through depression, they looked at their follower count, which was in the hundreds of thousands, but never before had they felt so alone. And that's because in that moment, those followers weren't real and couldn't help them with what they were going through. I'd also like to say, while it's possible that this TikToker is happy living her single life, there's a chance that when the camera's off, she's not so thrilled about her situation. There's a growing number of women who are childless, and it doesn't look like something that's going to slow down anytime soon. I mean, by now, a lot of you watching have probably heard about the Morgan Stanley study, which found that by 2030, 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be childless and single.
If you are feeling lonely or scared or sad, like, girl, I'm there with you. I have been there, and I believe that you can lead a really, really happy, healthy life without meeting all these societal norms and pressure that we put on ourselves. I'm 38. I've never been married. I've never been engaged. I don't have any kids. I live alone. I've also never looked or felt better in my whole entire life. And I feel like I don't see a lot of me's on this app, if you know what I mean. I don't see a lot of older women that are not married, that don't have any kids, and that are happy. I've been on this app for exactly 1 year this month. And for the first 11 months, I did not share my age. I was sharing all of my tips and tricks and skincare. And I was just being vague and saying that I'm in my 30s because I didn't want people to judge me. I didn't want trolls. I guess I felt some sort of way about my life status being out on the internet. I don't mind in my day-to-day life, but for some reason I was afraid to put it on the internet. And ever since I have, this community has grown so much with women that are in a similar life stage, or women that are afraid of aging and want to hear about what I've done to take care of myself. And there's just so much relief. How cute am I? There's so much relief in being real and authentic. And it's just been really, really fun and validating to get on this app and see that there are so many other women that are in the same life stage. Also doesn't mean that I don't have scary days. I still have days that I wonder, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna meet someone? Am I gonna have children with someone? Do I need to accept that maybe I'm not gonna be having kids? Will I be okay with that? How will I grieve that? How will I accept that? Those are all still very real thoughts in my head. And I believe that you can lead a really, really happy, healthy life without meeting all these societal norms.
I will say, this is a much better video than the last one, mostly because towards the end, she brings up some real concerns that she and other women have if they find themselves in this position. While it's more than possible to have children at 38, she's kind of pushing the line. And before even getting to that stage, she'd have to meet someone who preferably would want to have kids sooner rather than later. She also mentioned that being on TikTok and growing her community has been validating for her, so I wonder if this is what she's using to feel less alone in the world. It's just a thought. If the majority of her friends have settled down and started a family and all that, it kind of makes sense as to why she'd turn to the internet for some form of companionship, but I'm just making assumptions here.
I love being a single woman in my 30s and living alone, wrapped in blankets. It's 6 o'clock. Nobody's here to bother me. And then sometimes I get, as we all do, oh, it'd be nice to have a man. All my friends are married. And then I look around, I'm where would I put him? There's no space for him here. And I don't want to leave this apartment. I love it. So I guess I'll just be alone.
Being single has its positives, but I feel like that all starts to change when you get older. Being single in your 20s versus your late 40s and 50s is going to be a very different experience. When you're young and carefree, you can call up your friends and hang out with them for as long as you want. But that's not really the case when you get older and everyone's busy building their lives and their families. While she may be enjoying her alone time now, the silence might start getting louder and louder as she gets older. That said, given her last comment, it may very well be that she doesn't want to share her space with anyone, but I wonder if she'll feel the same in 10 years. In any case, the majority of women in the comments were excited about this, saying things like,
I'm holding space for no man.
32 single and felt this to my core. Candle lit, under a blankie. We don't need anything else, girly.
I want a man, but for holidays and family gatherings only.
I've never related to a video more, if I'm honest.
The way things are going when it comes to relationships, we're going to have a lot of old and lonely people in the future with no family to visit them before the curtains close, which is a shame, really.
So now I'm over 30, that means, dun dun dun, I'm expired. Or at least that's what the men keep telling me in my comments. So a lot of women might think, oh no, I actually don't think a lot of women think that. However, they think that we think that. They think we are absolutely devastated by men not wanting us anymore. Now, I'm 33, so I'm just wondering when the invisibility to men starts. Does that mean then soon I'll be able to walk down the street and not get catcalled? Does that mean that men will stop sexualizing me soon? Does that mean when I'm walking down the street and there's a group of guys, I won't have to cross the street or look busy on my phone anymore? Does that mean that I can go out to a bar and not have to worry about my drink being spiked? If so, then I can't wait to be expired. I can't wait to live a life completely invisible to men. I'm excited for it. I really am. Let's go, girl. Wear what we want to wear, and we will be invisible to men.
There's not really a cutoff date for when men will stop looking at women, but there's probably a time in which they stop seeing them as someone they can build a family with. The thing about this video is that she's going on about when she'll become invisible to men, but given how attractive she is, she knows that it's not something that'll happen anytime soon, if at all. In any case, let's say she did become invisible to men. I'm almost certain that she'd miss the attention. As much as some celebrities complain about their fame and how they don't get privacy anymore, the moment they start to fade into irrelevancy is the moment they start doing the craziest shit to get noticed again. When it comes to this TikToker though, only time will tell how she'll really feel when she's not getting the kind of attention she's been used to getting from men for the longest time. Anyway guys, that's about it for today. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you want to share your own thoughts, hit up the comments section.